more time. Oh, we are here. At least I think we are. I mean, existentially, and I have no idea.
I'm still just a shell of a human being.
God, aren't we all? But this is, I say all my shows are my favorite, but this, of all the Brian Moreno shows, I love this so much because this is a way I can give back. Like, I can actually put money in your pocket. I have been giving picks out, sports-wise, gambling-wise, to people, I would guess 25 years. And there's a reason why people keep coming back, why people ask me for picks. People with a lot more money than I've ever made, why they ask me what I think about these games, because I hate to lose. I pay a lot of attention. I'm a contrarian. And let's go Hoosiers.
Oh, man.
Okay, now I'm working. Now, to my right, Richard Sarvate.
Hello.
I'm hot. I'm hot today, Richard. I got a massage yesterday. I'm feeling loosey-goosey today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Madison, I highly suggest you have her give a massage. Like,
really?
She's unbelievable. She does this thing called mashing. She steps on me. This is the Brian Moreno Show. This is my sports show that we do every Saturday, where we give you NFL, we give you college picks. I'm actually watching the Indiana Hoosiers beat Wisconsin right now. They're 13 and a half point underdogs. I bet them straight. I bet them every way possible. Like, right now, they're looking good. And the thing is, there's such a disparity in college football. Like, Wisconsin, they're only playing their fourth game of the year. And IU's had played 6 games. Their only losses to Ohio State. Now, I got to tell you, I went to Indiana and I got love for them. We're gonna get Jersey Josh on the line right now. Like, I'm not, without any further delay, because I'm going to talk to Jersey about a couple things. We got to get him. We got to get him on the line, because this was our man. Jersey Josh was our man last week. Absolutely.
Well, he went 3-1. It was pretty good.
Yes. Jersey Josh, how you doing, sir?
Doing great.
This is our man, 3-1 last week. Okay, now hold on. I have music just for Jersey Josh. Now hold. How are we doing, Jersey?
I'm doing great. How you doing there in communist California? Man, are you guys allowed to talk to me on the radio or no?
Yeah, that's the only way. Yes, it is a skeleton crew today, and we had some technical difficulties, as we regularly do.
Do you have to wear your mask while you talk to me or no?
Well, yeah, I mean, we should be, according to Gavin Newsom. I should be, yes. But
so here's what I got this week.
No,
being that you guys are all...
hold on. I don't want to sell you short. You hit a 6-team parlay last week, and I had a few people ask me about this. Like, I'm gonna post the photo, and Jersey Josh, we got to give you all the credit in the world, Jersey Josh. You are like I consider myself. A very open-minded, very serious gambler. We don't like to lose, right?
Correct.
And for you to hit a 6-teamer, that's a big fucking deal.
It's just work. Just work.
Now I have some special music for you, Josh, before we get to your picks. Now Richard asked me though. Richard also asked about when you do a parlay. Are you doing more than one parlay? Are you now what?
I usually spread it out. I usually do 4 to 5 parlays a week.
Okay, now see that's what like we're trying to get at here. Yeah. Because that here when I bet, I'm only allowed to do a 4-team parlay since it's not even legal yet.
Communism is a bitch, man. I know.
No, no, I totally understand. But a 4-team parlay, How often are you hitting a 6-team parlay like that?
Once every 2-3 weeks, maybe.
Really? See?
Yeah.
See, now these are real picks.
Yeah.
That we give you here on this show.
Yeah.
Now, Jersey Josh, I'm trying out a new application that where you can actually track like people's what people's bets are. I'm not going to plug the app yet because I want to see if I can get them a sponsor of the show, and if I can ever get this little show off the ground, we're going to get the Jersey Josh. We're going to get the Jersey Josh minute absolutely worked out because
absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna get
you know where to send the check, buddy.
Now I guess my big questions for you: have you taken any college football this week? Because right now I'm in heavy Indiana Hoosiers plus 14, Indiana Hoosiers money line. Like I'm this week. Yeah, this week I'm up 14 units going in to the weekend, and this is without Indiana. So far so good this week, and last week I got to tell you,
I got one for you tonight, man. One college.
Vegas Al last week did not come through. Now this we got your music, Jersey Josh.
Let's go, baby.
Every week when we do your picks. we find a way to not only make it special for the audience, because these are serious picks, man. This is, as you told me, this is your economic stimulus.
Absolutely.
This is how you're giving back to the people, Josh. Now hold on.
Nancy Pelosi's not going to do it. I'm going to have to do it,
man. Jersey Josh for president.
Jersey Josh for president. Now, Jersey Josh. Okay, my questions are, okay, you're 4-1 right now. What do you got any college for us tonight?
I like one tonight. It's 10-unit play.
Wow, 10 units. Wow.
I'm going money line Cal versus Oregon. I think Oregon falls again tonight. Wow. Cal's +7 on the points. I believe the money line's 2-1. Wow. I love Cal.
Wow. Okay. See, this is hot. This gets my blood. Ooh. Ooh, I loved Indiana. See, I wanted to get on earlier and do the live show, but I want to make sure the audio is crisp and clear for your picks this week, Jersey Josh. Okay,
yep.
Now what do you got? Okay, we haven't even broken. I got right to the calls because I know you're a family man. I know you're a businessman. So I gotta get right to it. We haven't broken any games down. What do you like? What is your best bet this week?
The best bet on the board is the Atlanta Falcons +3 versus the New Orleans Saints.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Now,
pound the Falcons heavy.
I love it. I absolutely love this. And especially because we haven't seen anything out of Taysom Hill, right? I mean, if Jameis Winston's come in, we know he's a turnover machine, but Sean Payton is married to Taysom Hill. And the Falcons, they're playing with their ears pinned back, and they know this team. They know them very well. That line is begging you to take New Orleans.
Right.
Then I got another. We're going down to Houston for Texans versus the Colts. Texans are playing great for Romeo Crennel, whole nother team.
You like the Colts?
Looking for the hangover out of the Colts and the Houston Texans. I love.
Oh, the Texans.
Everybody's going to bet the Colts on a bounce-back game. They got their fucking doors blown in last week.
In the division.
Texans.
Wow. Okay, now the Texans line is 7. I'm pulling up the line. I want to make sure we get this right. The Texans line is 7 or 7.5 because that's big.
I love that. I love those points. They may even win a game.
No, excuse me. The Texans are only 3.5 point underdogs.
That's the line begging you to take the Colts.
Wow. Yes, it is. Now I'm going to tell you where the money is right now because this is a very interesting. This time of year is when Phillip Rivers tends to fall apart. Now the Texans Colts, 63% of the money is on the Colts, and the line is hardly moved.
Yeah.
Again, begging you to take the Colts.
Yep.
Jersey Josh coming in with heat. All right, what's next?
All right, we got one more about a point, and then I'm going my money line of the week. So I'm going to go down to communist Los Angeles again, and we're going to go with the Los Angeles Chargers, where there won't be one fan in the stand. But I believe they will beat the flailing New England Patriots.
Wow. Now, this is where I disagree. I have already bet New England.
Woo.
All right, just to be clear, and there's one reason why. And I have watched every Charger game. Anthony Lynn may be the worst coach in the NFL, and it's not even by a close margin. He makes he makes the worst play calls. He's shown any ability to adapt, and Bill Belichick always gives young quarterbacks a hard time. Now, the money is pretty evenly distributed. That's why I like this game. All this, I got nothing but red flags on this game right now because nothing's clear. Because you're absolutely right. The Patriots suck. They suck. But I'm Bill Belichick. I'm going with the genius over Anthony Lynn, and that's my. I understand your bet.
If you're allowed to, go return your ticket. Get a refund.
I love the confidence, Jersey Josh. Now, what's next?
All right, now we're going Monday Night Football. Steelers versus the Redskins. The Steelers get their first loss, and the Redskins take home the W. Nobody will be undefeated this year, and that's the way that story's going.
Whoa.
Steelers had a screwy schedule. Big game Wednesday, middle of the afternoon. I feel breaking schedule, creatures of habit. I think they're going to overlook this game, the Steelers.
Now, I got to say, the Steelers absolutely looked terrible against the Ravens. They had every opportunity to cover that 10 points. And if it weren't for that game, I'd be up almost 30 units this week. I don't know what I was doing. I just couldn't bet RG3. If I would have known that other guy was going to play, I would have bet him. Just RG3 is not an NFL quarterback.
No.
So that's why I took the Ravens. But the Steelers look terrible. Mike Tomlin called them out for looking terrible. And they don't seem to blow anyone out, the Steelers.
No.
That's a very good bet. Now, I got to ask you, if you want to talk about a letdown, what about the Kansas City Chiefs 14-point favorites?
They win the game. I don't know if they cover the line. Also look for Denver to bounce back a little bit. Be a little bit pissed off.
I think so, too. Again, you called this out. The Denver players were all over Twitter. They were all over Twitter talking. I don't think they see that game as a loss. I mean, they didn't.
The NFL gave everybody a freebie that game. You should have jumped all over it. I paid my mortgage with that game.
Oh my God.
Now, see, that's why I like bringing real gamblers like Jersey Josh on the show, because I was talking to someone this week who I would say is more of a recreational gambler, and. Can you grab that, Richard? And I realize that when I hear people say things like pros versus Joes, they don't know what they're talking about. It's everybody versus Vegas.
Yep.
That's who you're against. It's can you see what Vegas doesn't? And you are absolutely right. And that's why I like the Broncos plus 14. I love that.
Yep.
I genuinely think that game, I mean, I don't know, 1 in 10 times the Denver Broncos win that game.
Yes.
Is it gonna be? Is it gonna be on Sunday night?
Possibly.
Yes, that's what I wonder. Oh, now New England we're a little bit sideways on, and this is my last question for you, Jersey Josh.
Yes, sir.
What do you do, Philadelphia, Green Bay? 9 points, Philadelphia.
I'd bet against Philadelphia again. Keep doing it. You got to be insane to put your money on them. No offense, no coaching, no playmakers.
Now
I think it's going to end up like the Aaron Rodgers route against the Bears the other night.
Now the thing is, the Eagles seem to have a way of covering.
Yeah, Hail Mary last week.
Yeah, it was.
I was so pissed off, by the way. Oh my God. I watched Eagles my whole life. I've never seen them ever catch a Hail Mary ever in my life.
But do you know what got me the most mad is they went for 2 with 12 seconds left.
I know. Yeah, I know. Pointless.
If they kicked the extra
and they got it.
Oh my God! If they and they never get 2-point conversions.
Nope. I mean, yeah.
If they wouldn't have got that 2-point conversion,
lucky I was laying in bed because I would have put my phone through the TV.
That was unbelievable. Oh my gosh.
Let me run. My phone's about to die.
Jersey Josh, we love you here in communist Los Angeles. We will talk to you later in the week.
There you go.
All right, Jersey, have a great day. Good night.
Wow.
I told you, Richard Sarvate. This has become, I know we started out breaking down a lot of the games, but this has become a strictly gambling show. Like we're giving you money lines. Jersey Josh, just to recap, Jersey Josh, he liked the money line Cal tonight.
Yep.
All right, which I may
watch it.
Put a little pizza money on. Right. Atlanta Falcons +3. Atlanta playing New Orleans. Now, New Orleans is getting a big premium, but that line it's begging you to take New Orleans. People would think the Saints are so good, New Orleans is so bad. This is one of those games where I think New Orleans even knows that they have a little bit of a cushion. Because they're lead in the division, they know they're a playoff team.
They're going to take it easy.
I don't know if they're ever going to take it easy, but I just don't think their quarterback, Taysom Hill, is that good. I think Sean Payton is a hell of a coach, but Romeo Crennel is currently the coach of the Falcons. I think he knows what he's doing also. And I got to say, I love using my Mafia music for Jersey Josh.
Oh, dude,
what is my record right now?
Your record is 18-15.
Well, there's 2. I should be 20-15. Well, I gave 2 out. No. 2 more bets on the Monday night show. So it's 20. Yes. 2 more. That was the drinking show. Richard Sarvate is not currently partaking in alcohol. And I didn't.
Sober beaver right here.
Well, and I didn't want, to force feed you in any way. Now, we're going to get Vegas Al on the line, and we're going to see what's going on. Now 20-15 isn't bad, I have to say, Richard. I've had a few tough breaks this season.
Not bad at all.
No, but what I do like is my consistency this year, putting it out there. And as I say, there's a new application that I'm trying out. That tracks all of your bets so that I can, like the 2 bets I made today, Indiana, I posted that on, it shows so it can show my running record, my running tally.
I like the idea of trying to bet against a robot like we were talking last time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be hilarious.
Vegas Al.
What's up, you guys? How you doing?
How you doing, Vegas Al?
All good here. How about you?
Oh, good. See, we got our Mafia music on for you also. Jersey Josh, we just talked to Jersey Josh, okay? Now, I got to tell you, Jersey Josh was hot last week, 3-1, and his only loss was the Eagles. And obviously, the Eagles went for 2 at the end of the game. That was a heartbreaker for me, Vegas Al. I took the Seahawks also.
I don't know what Pete was thinking about. What was the big deal? Must have had money on the game.
Oh, it seemed like he did. I was yelling that the fix was in on this.
Preparing for when he fired.
Now Vegas Al, this season, I got to tell you, I am 20-15 this season, Vegas Al. And I've
That's
had
pretty good.
no,
What's
it's very good. But and these are just the picks. These are just the picks that I give out. So I don't. People talk about the sharps and people talk about insiders. You and I both know it's everybody versus Vegas. That's what it is, you know? And it's about making the best play. And this season, I've been pretty hot. Now, I'm trying out a new application that tracks my bets. So, like today, I bet Indiana, and I had a over that I took earlier. I'm trying to only do 2 a day. And so far this week, besides Baltimore, I'm undefeated. I'm up 14 units going into the weekend. So I know, and I got 3 games that I really like. But before I hear them, or before I tell you, I want to hear what you like, Vegas Al, because you were 1-4 last week.
That's all.
Yeah, I believe.
Well, that's what I gave you.
Yeah, I know. So what? So Vegas Al, like
Hey, I can't. I get paid for these things. I can't give you all my freebies. All these freebies.
Yeah, we're just a fledgling show here, Vegas Al. I'm trying to build fans, not lose them. This is our way. This is our stimulus. Jersey Josh said if Pelosi can't get a stimulus package done, his picks will.
Okay, I'm going to give you something that's following back and forth here. For tonight in a college game. Okay.
Yes.
It's a game that the line's been back and forth between 9.5 and to 13, and now it's up to 13. I placed a bet on it at -11. I would think to grab it if you want it before it hits 13.5 or 14. But I like Utah tonight.
Utah.
They have not won a game. They're 0-2, going against Oregon State, but they're -13 now at home. So the bookies are loving you to grab Oregon State and grabbing the 13 points. I laid 11 earlier this morning.
Utah.
Uh-huh.
Now, I college football. I've been watching quite more than I expected this year.
Let me give a little synopsis here.
Okay.
Utah is 6-2. That's a 75% money line bets in the last games against Oregon State. Okay.
Okay.
So that favors it, I think, a lot in my mind. Also, the under has been very well with Oregon State and Utah also, but I'm not touching the under over in that game.
You know, I gotta say, oh my goodness, did you got it, this Indiana game. I'm watching Indiana, Wisconsin right now.
I took Indiana on the money line.
So did I. I did too. I took Indiana every way possible. And
especially the quarterback that came in to replace, I forget his name, that got hurt last week. He's very good. And you know what? There's a statistic that a team gets up on the first game of when they lose a very important player. The next game, they usually do very, very well. It's the second game they don't, but the first game they do. And this is the perfect situation for Indiana. What is it now? I haven't looked at it.
It's 14-6. A guy just dropped a touchdown. Nobody around him for Indiana. But the thing is, this is why I like.
Yeah, now it's in the third. It's
in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter. This. But the thing is, Vegas Al, Indiana is tested. Their only losses to Ohio State. Wisconsin hasn't played anyone. Indiana is not a bad team.
Indiana's 5-1.
I know, and their only losses to Ohio State.
Wisconsin hasn't played as many games because of the COVID. So I mean, it's a tough year this year. It's very hard to handicap. Besides, without having, college is very home field advantage in college is very, very big.
Oh, absolutely.
And you cannot. It's very hard to handicap some of these games because some of these teams really get up. For home fans, you have the what do they call it? The homecoming every year with the college kids and all that stuff. And you don't have that this year. So there's no rally. It's just playing like a practice game almost. So you got to really figure who's the better team.
I'm totally behind you, and I love to see my alma mater. This is the best I have ever seen.
I know you
play.
went there. Yeah, that's true.
Yes, this is the best I've ever seen him play, though, and I've really watched him this season. I really, really have. I have one pick for you later. This is my one college pick that I'll give out on the show. One college football game that I've already put in. I've already researched it. I like it. I like Fresno State tonight.
I already took it. I took it on the money line. I took it +6.
I like excellent Vegas Al. Excellent. The only thing I had today was Arkansas, Missouri over, and it hit 50-40.
It hit.
Yes.
It was 40. It was 20-20 at halftime. That was
yeah, that
easy.
was. Oh, I know. And I only put 2 units this whole week. Just 1 or 2 units, and I'm just chipping away. Yeah, I'm just chipping away at them.
A little disappointed here. West Virginia, I had money on that. I would think they would have showed up today. Iowa State, they basically clinched what they had to do last week, and I thought they'd sort of be a little flat today, but they're winning 28-0. West Virginia didn't even show up today. I'm surprised, but it is what it is.
Now, Vegas Al. Okay, you got your Utah pick in tonight. Let me hear first. Yeah, tell me first off. Let me get your best bet.
I'm going to tell you a little interesting little thing here. You've got the Cincinnati Bengals. Burrow's not there. You got the Miami Dolphins coming home after 2 road games. Miami 7-4. The Bengals are 2-8-1. Miami's got a real good defense, and they are favored now by 10.5. Some houses have it at 11. It's funny to me because the under/over is only 42 points. Okay, the total team points for the Bengals is 14.5. Now, if you see the Dolphins are favored by 10.5 and you have such a low total, to me, I'm grabbing the under on the Bengals in the team total of 14.5.
Yeah, I'd like that. 50,
especially the half. So I don't think the Bengals score more than 10 points tomorrow, to tell you the truth.
That's actually I see what you're doing in that play, and I like that. The under.
If the total was higher, it would be a little bit different. But being such a low total and such a high 10.5, 11 points favored.
Now,
you don't expect the Bengals to score much.
Now, I got to see who is starting for the Bengals.
It doesn't matter. I mean, Fitzpatrick's been around. He knows how to play, and the Tua, he's there too. So I don't think it matters. It's the defense with the Dolphins. It's not so much the offense. If you're taking a team total, you take on the under. You're taking the other team's defense, not their offense.
Yeah, that's very true. That's actually very, very good point. So, what is your best bet tomorrow? What is your number one Vegas Al?
One thing, I won't go near the Eagles. Okay, not even close. I kind of like Jacksonville and Vikings over 51. I put it in at 50 earlier during the week.
Now totals are tough. Totals are tough, Vegas Al. I
think totals are usually betting the games right now. The actual point spreads, I think they are definitely.
Now I have to say, that there's 2 games I really, really like tomorrow. I love the Rams.
See, I like Arizona. I think they're going to come out smoking at home.
And I actually do like the Eagles +9. It's a
game from it's so many times the Eagles. You can have them. First off, Peterson's got to go. Howie Roseman's got to go. They're all going to go because they're going to keep Wentz because it's $52 million against the salary cap.
That's what I've heard. Carson Wentz, if they cut him, it's $52 million against the salary, so they got to keep him. Now,
yeah, who's picking up that salary?
Nobody. It looks like Indiana's quarterback is going into the injury tent. That's either the injury tent or the bathroom tent. I can't.
They slow up.
I can't tell. Yeah, he might just have the shit. So Vegas Al, this is what.
Truthfully, tomorrow, heaters are not the best things to play, but you got some really things that stand out tomorrow. If you took a 3-team teaser tomorrow for 10 points, okay, you can take the Packers just to win the game, right? Okay, you can take the Chiefs, okay, to win. You can take also the Seahawks to beat the Giants, basically to win, -0.5. I can't see one of those teams losing because there was a parlay I saw online today. There was those teams and another team, I forget. But those 4 teams all together in a parlay taking the money lines only paid 106. That's how, so it's like almost sure winners. There's no such a thing, but they're almost sure winners.
Wow, if there's one thing I've learned in the NFL, there is no such thing as a sure winner. I can tell you that.
That's why these guys that advertise locks don't believe it, because there's no such thing as a lock.
No, I know. So Vegas Al, you tell us the 3 picks that you got: Utah, under Miami.
I'm going to take not under Miami. Utah, Cincinnati, under team total 14.5.
Oh, you like under Cincinnati team total?
14.5. I also like the Colts tomorrow. I got it though -3. Now it's 3.5. So, I don't like to buy the hook because it's from 3.5 to 3 is pretty. It's a heavy hook if you put like a nickel in a game or something. But
wow, and you like the Colts?
The Jaguars and Vikings over. I mean, Jaguars suck, but they score a lot of points. The fact is, they give up a lot of points. So,
Well, Vegas Al, if your friends need any winners, I give my picks out at the end of the game. Don't forget. Vegas, at the end of the show, I'm going to give out. It'll be at the end of the Indiana game.
Don't give them at the end of the game because that's not cheating.
I got to get this little show off the ground, Vegas Al, because we're going to get you your pretty face on Zoom or something.
You got it.
All right. Nope. Thank you, Vegas Al. Talk to you later, buddy.
Okay, buddy.
All right, bye.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So we got a lot to talk about.
We have a week.
Right now, Richard Sarvate.
Indeed.
Okay, so now I know breaking the games down is important for Richard because he literally just started watching football. What is your overall record right now?
I am 8-8.
You are 8.
I am tied.
Which isn't. You started out hot.
I did start out hot.
Now, the moment where I think it changed for you is when you told me the statistic about the line only mattering
80% of the time.
Or 20%.
It only matters, yeah.
Whatever. You told me, and I had a great hesitation.
Right.
with that particular statistic.
Yeah, I don't try. Well,
now you've seen how many times the line does.
Well, we got to take a look at like this season because I think I have all the.
Well, I mean, sure, there are certain there are certain time.
I just think it's probably more than 20% of the time that matters. It might be closer to like 30 or 40%.
But the thing is, when it matters so much.
Yeah, totally.
And I hate to lose, and that's why this time of year and that's why I try to be clear when I give my picks, because I do have some of my friends who privately message me saying they don't exactly understand some of the verbiage that I'm talking about or how to get in on some of these things. And the easiest way right now is depending on what state you live in, because almost all states are going to have legalized gambling by next season. And we're just a little ahead of the curve on this because I've been doing this since I've been a child.
Small baby in diapers, just throwing money down.
My mother used to say, we had this house with a basement, and I would take all the TVs from the house and put them downstairs so I could watch more than one game at a time, and she would hate it.
You're
Like she
shaking
would
a
say,
rattle
"What
every
is
time.
this? This is not a sports bar." All right? And I didn't even know what a sports bar was. I had no idea what the reference meant.
You're taking shots of breast milk,
Yeah,
throwing money on the Bengals.
yeah, so I have this week. I've placed, I'm up going into the week, and I'm as much as I like to win, I'd like to smack the bookie when I win.
Mm-hmm.
And since I am up this week, I have made some nice unit plays on a couple games that I like very much. Now, today I've told you I still like Fresno State tonight. I've already taken it.
Yes.
Indiana is, right now it's looking good. I need to get Wisconsin off the field and get these lights shut off. But so far, Indiana, they're playing. Their defense is holding up against Wisconsin. Now, Wisconsin hasn't played very many games this year, and they don't deserve to win as far as I'm concerned. Indiana does. Now, that being said, tomorrow, I'm gonna give you my picks right now, Richard, because no, actually, should we break down the games a little bit for you?
Sure, why not?
Like, do you feel like? Yeah, I feel like I feel like there's no reason for me to rush right into my picks because some of these games.
Yeah, let's just go through a couple of them.
Some of these games. Yeah, why don't you list off? Go
All
for
right,
yeah.
First, we got Lions versus Bears. Bears are minus 2.5 favorites.
Okay, now this is. I feel like this is a very funny game because the Bears are bad. They were a mess last week in Green Bay. They absolutely they have no offense. Every attempt at offense
They can't score points. Huh? They just show up and they just run around and
no, it's crazy. Now, there's been a little bit. The money has been pretty even on this, but the line keeps dropping for the Bears as if Vegas doesn't like the Bears. Based on just line movement and Vegas action alone, I take the Lions. Now, the Lions are the biggest difference in their team, and the one person who moves the line for the Lions more than anyone is their receivers. Now, I'm pulling up their injury report right now because depending on who is playing tomorrow. Now, Swift, their running back, is doubtful. They're a different team when he plays. Now, Kenny Galladay looks like he's out tomorrow against Chicago. Kenny Galladay, he moves the line himself about 1.5 points if he's playing.
Mm-hmm.
Without Kenny Galladay, they are a different team. And the Bears do still have some defense no matter how bad they've looked. If you have to make a bet on this, you take the Lions with the points.
Yeah, and there's no in-person attendance tomorrow either, so...
No, I know. In the weather, it's 37 degrees. It's
dude.
That's not too bad. I mean, in Soldier Field, the winds are going to be whipping. It might feel a little colder, but Chicago, there's not going to be any snow. And that's the only thing that you think is really going to slow them down right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you got next, Sarvate?
All right, next up we got the Bengals at the Dolphins we talked about. Minus 9.5, the Dolphins.
Bengals offense. Vegas Al loves the under, the Bengals team under. Now, this is a very specific bet. He's betting that the Bengals don't even score 15 points. The whole game. Now, that's very... To me, as a gambler, I don't like to parse things down. I'm not as good parsing things down like that. Some people are much better at it, and that's more of a proposition style. That's their open implied total. What is that called? That's how many points they are implied to score.
This open, it says 42.5. What is that?
42.5 is the total for for the whole game.
Oh, gotcha.
Now, since the line is how much right now?
The line is minus 9.5.
Minus 9, so 10 points basically. The Miami is favored to beat Cincinnati. They're favored to win by 10, and the total is only 42. Okay?
Crazy.
So that means, that
I never thought about that before.
they don't expect the Bengals to score anything.
They're gonna win. Dolphins gonna win by 10, and total points are 10 in the game.
Yeah, so that is one of those. It's a probably a really good bet. I'm not.
I hate the Bengals. They fucked me last week. I knew they were gonna lose, and they
barely covered. But they did.
They did cover. It's like the Bengals are a terrible team. They always just barely lose and cover.
Now, what is Lincoln's record?
Lincoln's record is 13-16.
Now, wow, he's 3 games under 500. I have. Not only do I put my money where my mouth is, I have walked the walk this year, have I not?
Indeed, sir.
Richard Sarvate.
You can also bet on me if you want to keep just your money completely safe.
No, you would be down 10% because of the juice.
Right, exactly, yes. Sorry, guys, I couldn't cover the juice.
Yeah. You're actually down 10%. So I wouldn't like taking a side in the Bengals game.
I think I'm done betting on the Bengals for a little while, or against them. If somebody decides to show up and throw a couple passes, it's always like, oh, Bengals are going to lose by 1 million points, and then sometimes they decide to play a little bit, and you're like, okay, we're fucked.
I get it. Sarvate.
Yeah, I'm not touching the game.
I totally get it. What do you got next?
Next up, we got Colts versus Texans, minus 3.5. Colts favored. And it seems to be, total 52-point game.
Yeah, this is another funny line.
Yeah.
63% of the money is on the Colts. 37% of the money is on Texas.
Uh-huh.
And the line hasn't moved that much.
37% is on the Texans.
Yeah, and I like to bet when less of the money
Yeah, well,
is
we
on.
talked about reverse line betting, and I think,
Well, this was actually one of Jersey Josh's big bets.
Yeah.
The Texans right here.
I agree. Just based on the only 37% of the money, somebody knows something. I would take the Texans probably.
Oh, man. Deshaun Watson is playing very well, but one of the Texans players, Will Fuller, their best receiver, got suspended this week for the rest of the season for using steroids.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we don't know how that's going to affect the Texans because the Texans are the Deshaun Watson show. Now, Deshaun Watson is their quarterback, and without him, they're nothing. Like that, they're absolutely nothing. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Mm-hmm. I understand Jersey Josh's bet, but without Will Fuller, I'm staying away from this game. What's next, Sarvate?
All right. Next up, we got Jaguars at the Vikings, minus 8.5. Vikings are favored.
Jaguars, Vikings. 10.5. The Jaguars, as I say every week, they are in the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes for worst record in the NFL. The Jaguars,
I think that they're only better than the Jets.
I believe so. It's going to be real close. It all depends if the Jets or the Jaguars can stumble into a victory before the end of the season. I don't think so. Mm-hmm. But what do we say all the time about the double-digit favorites and underdogs? It's not only risky, it's usually a losing proposition. Now, remember last week, the Browns beat the Jaguars barely, though. The Browns were handily beating them, and the Jaguars came back at the end
to cover just by a little bit.
Yes, just by a little bit.
They're like the Bengals, dude.
No, I don't know if I don't know if I could do it,
Yeah.
but I would think that, oh man, I would think that Minnesota's going to cover. Because their defense, I don't know if their defense is any better or worse than the Browns, but Minnesota they won a game last week that they probably should have lost. I know they are revitalized right now as a team. They still got a shot at the playoffs, the wild card. Minnesota, 10 points is a lot. 10 points is a lot.
You consider 10 points? Oh, it is minus 10. Oh, because it opened at 8.5. Oh, I wasn't looking at the right place.
Yes, and that's a lot.
Yeah, these double-digit games, I've been hurt too many times.
Well, and the thing is, just 1 or 2 points, you as a real gambler who takes the line seriously and who removes emotion, just 1 or 2 point difference should change your mind on a lot of games.
But you know what? Only 20% of the time it matters. No, I'm just kidding. I'm converting to your side that it's these points matter, and yes. Minus 10 is a little too much.
No, they do. They matter tremendously, and that's why I would think Minnesota wins like no problem by 6 to 7 points. But the 10, that's a lot.
10 is a lot.
That's a lot.
Don't touch it.
So what do you got?
Next up, we got the Raiders at the Jets. Oh my!
I went back and forth on this game a lot because I like the Raiders got
destroyed,
smacked last
and I
week.
think this is a bounce back game for the Raiders against the Jets, and for -8 seems low.
It seems low, but the Jets. It's 41 degrees, clear day. The Raiders.
They're used to that Las Vegas hot weather.
Well, no, the Raiders. So I'm just saying the weather's gonna be good. They played very bad last week, and they had a few comments.
What happened last week?
Well, I think they lost the previous week to Kansas City, but they kept it very close.
Yeah.
Now, there are some times where you can actually have a loss and you feel better. Like your team is actually comes out of a loss thinking more of themselves. I think I'm guessing that happened a little bit. Gruden's a good coach, and he has totally turned that franchise around, but I think they might have got a little full of themselves.
After they almost beat Kansas City?
Yeah, after they almost beat Kansas City, then they go to Atlanta, get destroyed.
So they all got trashed maybe at the club.
43-6. Well, I don't know if there's any clubs to get trashed at right now, but they took them light. They just took them light, and you can't. And the talent in the NFL is so close, you can't do that.
Right.
You can't take them light. You can't take people light.
Yeah, you got to go into the game with the right mentality. You can't change your mentality once you're on the field, you know?
Yeah, you absolutely can. So, I don't know, man. I don't know if I like that 8 points or not. I wouldn't bet these games, but if I had to, normally an 8-point home dog is juicy.
Yeah.
But if I had to bet the Raiders game, I would tease it down because the Raiders win, but I don't know if by the 8. What's next?
Yeah, I don't want that game either. Next game is Saints at the Falcons. Now,
Saints Falcons. This was one of Jersey Josh's big plays.
He's taking the Falcons. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh man, dude, I'm very curious about this game because Saints are so good, but then the Falcons destroyed the Raiders last week. So, what did the Falcons do? Was it the Raiders being bad, or was it the Falcons being good?
It was both. It was a perfect storm. It was an absolute perfect storm that came together at the right time. Indiana Hoosiers with the ball left, 5 minutes remaining. This is let's go Hoosiers.
Low scoring game for college.
Well, it is. It's. I believe the Hoosiers' defense for the top 15 team was probably the worst rated defense or something or other. So they did expect nice flag on the play. They did expect a higher scoring game. I only took, but Indiana was 13-point underdogs. 13-point underdogs.
Wow.
And yeah, so it was plus 375 was the money line. So if you bet $100, you win 400.
Right.
Which is great. So Raiders Jets, I say you take the Raiders, but you tease it, and I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But because the Raiders are going to win, it's just.
Right.
But are the Jets going to put anything together? People have been waiting for the Jets to put anything together.
Yeah. Oh my God. That one time they almost beat the Patriots. That was crazy.
Oh, you're telling me. You're telling me. What do you got next, Sarvate?
Okay, wait. So Saints and Falcons. Who are we taking then? We're taking the Falcons. You think?
It's a popular play right now to take the Falcons. Like I say, I'm only giving out my best picks now, like because I can tell that I have gotten some people confused with me taking I'm giving out my best picks.
Okay.
At the end, I'm giving you my breakdown and analysis.
Oh, but then the actual picks at the end.
My actual picks, I don't think it's going to be that high scoring of a game either.
Yeah.
It's 45 is the over under. These teams know each other. Right. I don't think New Orleans has proven anything to me. I do like Atlanta. I don't know if I like them enough to give out as a bet though.
Yeah. We can no commitment on this game. No. The next game is Browns at the Titans. Titans favored -3.
Browns Titans.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, this is another game I've already taken. The line seems a little odd to me. I expect Tennessee to win, but not by 5.5. I took the Browns, and look, a lot of people have been on Baker Mayfield. There's Colin Cowherd, this radio guy. Boy, he loves to rail Baker Mayfield. I think I think he does what he's asked to do, and sometimes a winning quarterback, that's all you should do. Now, tomorrow, he may be asked to do a little more. The thing is, they have the two best running backs in the NFL right now. Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. God, I think they're averaging 5.5 and 4.5 yards a carry, which is tremendous. And the Browns don't have much of a passing game, not at all. That being said, 5.5 is a lot of points, and Baker Mayfield has, if he stays in control, he's a winning quarterback. And I don't know if I like the Browns to win, but I like the 5.5 points. I really do. What you got, Sarvate?
Next game, we got Giants at the Seahawks. -7.5 Seahawks.
Actually, I have a lot bigger line. Let me see what.
Oh, sorry, -10.5. Sorry.
It has moved up quite a bit. Yeah, that.
Wow.
The Seahawks are finally putting it together. Their defense used to be their biggest liability. Now it seems to be their biggest strength. The Giants have. They may be the best team in that division, but they suck. That whole division sucks. Every team in that division sucks.
The Giants have let me down so many times.
Now, see, this is another one. 47 points is the over-under, but 10.5 points is the line.
Right, that's crazy.
So they're thinking the score is going to be 28-10, 28-13.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is another one where Vegas is telling you they think the Giants are going to score very little points. I guess they're implying the total to be 29-18.
Right, exactly.
Is what the implied difference should be. So this would be one where I would feel a little more comfortable. A little more comfortable betting. Fuck. Well, only one time today. I apologize. Indiana just threw an interception. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game.
Ouch.
Yeah, but, let's go Hoosiers.
I say screw this game. 10.5 is too many points.
10. You say 10. You say 10.5 is too much.
Too much. Even though the Giants.
Well, if I were to bet one of the big teams, I would feel one of the big lines this week as a favorite. This would be the only one I would feel comfortable betting on, just because the Giants have shown me zero when it comes to offense. The Giants have shown me absolute zero, and I love what Seattle's doing right now. I really do. I hate the big number. I would like this number. I'd feel more confident at like 12 or 13 because it shows they're really going to smoke them. But this is the one where a late touchdown or field goal could put it right in the pooper. What you got next, Sarvate?
All right, next we got Rams at the Cardinals.
Love the Rams.
Yes.
Need to say very little. I love the Rams this week. This is a bad matchup for the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bad matchup. The quarterback for the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, he's injured. He's not playing well the last few games. Ever since the Kyler Murray, the Hail Mary to beat Seattle, they haven't done anything. I love the Rams.
Yeah.
I really love the Rams this game. I gotta say, this is one of the games.
In love, wow.
I don't understand the line. This is one of the games where I feel like Vegas has it wrong, and it happens. I think Vegas gets it wrong every week.
Well, that's the thing. We're trying to basically identify lines that have gotten wrong.
Well, exactly. That to me, that is a very solid way to bet.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't bet for the action. Bet where you think you have some type of knowledge advantage.
Exactly.
Right? I know the Rams team. I know this matchup. The Rams know Arizona. And the Kyler Murray Arizona Cardinals is going to be two different seasons. At the beginning of the seasons, they were not blitzing Kyler Murray. Mm-hmm. And now that they are blitzing him, his completion percentage is going down. They've kind of figured out how to spy him. And the Rams, I don't know if they're a Super Bowl team. I don't think they are with Jared Goff, but I love them at 2.5 points. I love them against the Cardinals. Go ahead.
Go Rams, baby. All right, next game we got the Eagles at the Packers.
Love the Eagles. Jersey Josh thinks this is he's not one of his picks, but he thinks that this is going to be another rout by the Packers, like last week was against the Bears. I say just the opposite. I say the Eagles lose by 7. I love lose by 6. They find a way to cover, and I got to see what against the spread what the Eagles are this week or what the Eagles are this season. I'm going to pull that up for you right now, and I can tell you this is one of the games I like the points in this. I think the Packers. They they suck. Or I mean, no, the Packers don't suck. I think the Packers suck against the spread when it comes to games that I think they can get a little bit of pressure on Aaron Rodgers, and I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to put up the same points as he did against the Bears. The Bears are the team that I meant to say suck. The Bears suck, and the Packers are good, but they're not as. I don't think they're as good as they were last week. And the Eagles, I keep saying this every week. They just hear about how bad they are. This this game at 9 points, I don't think the Eagles win it, but I think they give Green Bay, and Green Bay has a tendency to let teams hang around. I mean, they let the Bears hang around
Right.
I mean, long enough. I mean, the Bears have no offense, and like guys keep saying they are terrible, but they let them hang around. And if you let the Eagles hang around, they're gonna cover. What you got next, Sarvate?
Next, we got Patriots at the Chargers.
Patriots.
Chargers only favored -1.5. They're both kind of bad right now.
No. I believe the Chargers are favored. Yes.
1.5.
Yeah. I love Belichick. I love betting against the Chargers right now. I do.
Yep.
I think Anthony Lynn, worst coach in the NFL. I don't think it's by a close margin. I think the Jets coach is bad, but he doesn't have the talent that Anthony Lynn does, and I consistently see bad coaching out of Anthony Lynn. You gotta tackle this guy, Indiana. Come on. 2 minutes 47 seconds left for the Hoosiers. Up by 8 points against Wisconsin. Hoosiers. All right, what do you got?
Dude, next game is crazy. Broncos at the Chiefs, dude.
Boy, this is, depending on what's happening.
Are they going to get a quarterback or?
No, their quarterback is back. Everybody's back this week.
Okay.
Last week was their COVID week, and they were mad that they had to play.
So, yeah, I mean, 13.5 is a lot.
Okay, and the Chiefs have proven that they can sleepwalk through victories.
Yeah.
They will win, but they let teams hang around.
They let them hang around.
And I said and this is a division game. Division games have a tendency to be a little closer.
Yeah.
To be a little tighter. Yeah. And I gotta say,
because also, like, if you're beating somebody by 1 touchdown, you're not, like, that incentivized to get another touchdown. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, yeah. So I do think people hang around.
Teams hang around. Yeah, people hang around, too.
I have a lot of people in my life that have been hanging around.
Hang-arounders. But I really like the Broncos. I love the Broncos. Like, this is...
Yeah, it's not. It's
No. This is an easy one for me, but we haven't gotten my picks yet. Can't spoil it. Do you have anything else?
Don't spoil it.
Is that
we have
it?
3 more games.
No, it is a full slate. I think it is a full slate this week. Go ahead, Sarvate.
It's Washington football team at the Steelers. Steelers -7.
Now this is Monday night. There's 2 Monday night games.
Oh, great! This is gonna be a good Monday night.
Washington Steelers. I might lean towards the Jersey Josh Washington. 7 points. That's a lot of points. Steelers don't seem to blow anybody out. I mean, so they did a few weeks ago, but they just looked so bad last week, and their schedule, it's been so weird. I don't know if that game helped or hurt them. Their coach after the game, Mike Tomlin, he's a man's man. He'll tell you how it is, and he was like, "We suck. We were good enough to win, but that's not. We suck.
We suck."
And I don't know if that motivates a team to cover by more than 7. They win, but I don't know if they cover by. And Washington, they're not the worst. I mean, Alex Smith is healthy, which is nice. I mean, the total in this game is very low too, 43, and they're saying the Steelers
gonna win by 7.
Yeah, so they're only expect 25-18. That's a low score.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from it.
No. I mean, no. I don't know. I take Washington. I don't know.
It's just, I mean, how did the Steelers? I mean, they're the best team right now. How did they fuck up?
Well. I mean, they are the most underwhelming 11-0 team.
Okay.
I can tell you. COVID year has been very strange, and they got to keep it up because the Chiefs are nipping at their heels at 10-1.
Gotcha.
Final game.
2 more games. We got the
We do.
We have Bills and 49ers, then Cowboys and Ravens, right?
The Cowboys-Ravens, that is Tuesday, but it's not 100% sure yet.
Okay, gotcha. So next game is Bills at the 49ers, -1 49ers.
Bills, 49ers.
And, the line has moved 3.5 points. So
I love the 49ers in this game. I don't.
It's so interesting to me. So, like, the 49ers won last week, so all of a sudden they're like, oh, hey, great. They're going to win.
Well, this is the other thing. The 49ers, they aren't playing in San Francisco.
Oh, really?
No, the 49ers are in -1 right now.
Yeah.
I got to get a little more information on this game because the 49ers, because of COVID, they're not even allowed to
Play in their own team.
play in their own stadium. So I believe for the next 3 weeks or so, they're playing in Arizona somewhere or something.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I know. In their own
Dude,
isolated
that's San
little
Francisco.
bubble.
San Francisco, the land where you cannot smoke a cigarette in your apartment and you can't watch the 49ers play anymore.
At their own stadium.
Their own
like
stadium.
Communist California. Now, 49ers, Bills. I got to get a little more information before I give a pick out on this game. So Monday night, I'll probably try to come back, or I'll do something, whether it just be an abbreviated entrance, just to because this is for people who take this as seriously as I do. You not only have to file it on your taxes, it is a very tangible way to make pizza money and sometimes a little more. Mm-hmm. So that's why when I give picks out, when I talk about someone else putting their trust in my brain power, I can assure you I give everything I can. Like, I'm not just giving picks to sound good. I'm giving picks to win.
Oh, shit. To win.
You're damn right, Sarvate. Are you ready for my picks?
I'm ready.
Are you ready to get them down in the system?
Yep. Let's go.
Okay. Without any question, the Rams. I love the LA Rams this week.
Is that your best one? Your best bet?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Love the Rams.
Okay.
Fresno State tonight, +7.
Dude, can you imagine telling someone you go to Fresno State? That's like an embarrassing sentence to have to say.
Well, their football team isn't the worst, though. Their football team used to have a coach that would do all kinds of wonderfully creative plays. 52 seconds left in this Indiana game. Indiana is up by 8 points. It is 4th and 10 for Wisconsin. This is unbelievable. Hoosiers.
All right, so you got Fresno State. You got the Rams. What else you got for us, Mr. Brian?
Oh, 4th and 11. Hoosiers, 4th and 10. Hoosiers win. Oh, Hoosiers. Fresno State tonight. That is a college bet.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Tomorrow, Cleveland Browns. Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, wait, you're taking the Browns. Okay, you're taking the Eagles.
The Browns +5.5.
Yep.
Eagles +9.
Mm-hmm.
Patriots +1. +1.5. Whatever. I like the Patriots to win outright. Love to bet against Anthony Lynn right now.
Mm-hmm.
As for my best bet, right now, my best bet are the Eagles and the Rams. I'm giving you 2.
Wow.
I know.
Bets.
So how many is that? I gave out 5 this week?
You took Patriots, Eagles, Rams, Browns, Fresno State. That's 5 picks.
Yeah, okay.
You're not taking the Lions, right, over the Bears?
No, I can't. I like the Lions because I hate the Bears.
Uh-huh.
But that's sometimes a bad reason to bet a team.
Totally, yeah.
You know, what do you got? Our amateur professional,
Okay, so
Richard Sarvate.
I'm going to try a new strategy, which is that I bet...
To not go 500. a new strat to win. Because you're right now at 500.
I'm at 500, yeah.
Yes.
So new strategy is bet... Okay, I'm going to take... I'm going to play kind of safe. So I'm going to take Texans against the Colts. I'm going to take the Texans.
Gotcha.
Nice and easy. And then let's try experiment. Let's bet one against Vegas Al.
Okay,
So-
what do you like?
What were his picks?
Okay, Vegas Al, he liked the Colts. So
Okay,
you already...
I am already betting against him. Okay.
Yes.
What about okay. Maybe what's another
And
one?
then
of
he
his
bet
bets?
some totals, though. He gave us totals, and then Utah.
Oh, right.
Tonight,
college
yeah.
game,
So,
okay.
and that's the thing. Vegas Al, he knows what he's doing. If he had some cold bets, he might come back with some heat.
Well, then I'm just gonna stick with the Texans, and you know what? I'm gonna get back to basics. We're gonna just
You're picking one game. I
Picking
like
one game.
it. No, I like
Concentrating.
I like it, Sarvate, but I'm forcing you to do 3 this
Oh,
week,
okay,
Sarvate.
great. All
I'm
right.
forcing you.
okay.
3 games this week, just because you've become a professional amateur.
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
I'm not trying to get you to scrape your way to above 500. I want you to have a breakout week, Sarvate. I'm expecting 3-0 out of you, Sarvate.
Jesus Christ!
I know.
3 and
You can pray to him. I don't know if he helps in gambling or not.
Okay, I'm going to take a look at this Broncos-Chiefs game because I kind of feel like there's a hole there. Let's see. Broncos, Chiefs. Oh, it's minus 13.
I'm actually okay. If you want to add the Broncos to me, because I am taking the Broncos.
You're going to take the Broncos.
100%. You can add that as a number 6 pick.
Wow.
No. But that's the thing. Not only is this show like my namesake.
Yeah.
Like, I take this seriously, and to be 5 games over 500, given 35 picks, it's not great, but it sure ain't bad. I can tell you that.
It's not bad.
No, and a couple of these, there's a few tough breaks. I could easily be 23-12 or whatnot. So, all right, go ahead, Sarvate.
I'll take. I think I'm gonna. Okay, I want to take the Rams. I mean, I just feel good about that, and I agreed with all your reasoning. And then I also want to do a bet that you haven't taken, just to switch it up.
Sure.
Well, you didn't take the Texans, but
No?
yeah, you didn't.
No, and it's totally up to you can.
So then I think I'm gonna take the Steelers because I think they're really good, and I don't think 7 points is insane to cover. That's 1 touchdown and a
especially
and a field goal.
you liked how their coach said we sucked.
Yeah.
You like that. You like the motivation of that. I
Yeah.
could see the excitement come over you.
Yeah, it's like he thinks he sucks. All right, wow, he's gonna prove everyone wrong.
Sarvate, for not having our overhead screen tonight, I think we put together an acceptable show. We're gonna get the records updated. I'm trying out, like I say, a new app. I'm not gonna promote it yet until I can maybe even get them as a sponsor. But I'm trying out a new app to monitor and track all these picks, so there's always documentation. Not that we don't have it, but
Yeah, some like legit documentation would get some.
yeah.
people
Well,
interested, yeah.
I mean, we can always go back for posterity in here.
Yeah.
But that being said,
Yeah, an easy place to look at it.
yeah, there is a boxing match tonight. There is quite a boxing match on Fox. It is the welterweight championship tonight, I believe. Who is it? Spence, yes, that's right. Spence Jr. versus Garcia. Spence Jr., I believe, was in a wreck. Like, these guys really should. This should be a good fight. But one of these guys, I think, was in a car wreck or something and hasn't fought in quite some time. So it's going to be interesting to see.
And knockouts and everything are totally allowed, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see any fucking restrictions on this thing.
No, Sarvate. No, this is not Mike Tyson. This is. I got my money back on that bet, by the way.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, because there was no winner. It's like.
yeah, there wasn't any action.
And then Mike Tyson's like, yeah, I think we should be doing this a lot to raise money for charity. I said, shut the fuck up, dude. I'm not watching a single one of your fights ever again.
Well, Richard Sarvate, I forced you to pick 3. I think you did good.
I feel good.
I think so. Vegas Al, Jersey Josh. We did not get Lincoln's bet this week because he's got to go back to the drawing board. He's under 500, 3 games under.
Right.
Woo-hoo.
Not-
Well, yeah, you need
It's not approved.
No, you need to do better in this house. All right, sir.